Let's be real, guys. Food in Minecraft is such a boring topic. You build one kind of farm and one kind of farm only, and you are set for life. No challenges, nothing. Nothing to overcome. After the first part of the game is done, you are dusted. All you need to do is create a very, very simple farm, and you are set for life. How boring is that? I mean, come on. So this is why we are going to make it so meat isn't always a viable option to eat in the game anymore. So we're going to be doing one of these modules every episode, but this one is focusing on rebalancing meat. So I have eaten 9 meat today, as you can see in the right hand side. If I eat 10 meat, then you will see I will get a slowness effect. Not a very big deal, just a tiny little slowness effect, and if a day goes past, then that slowness effect will disappear, because after the day goes past, you can see that that eat meat score has gone down by 4. So it's about balancing how much meat you eat in a day. You can actually probably go the whole day just by eating meat, but if you do this for a long period of time, then the consequences will start stacking up and you will be forced to switch to a different kind of food. Which is cool because you can still have one slot dedicated to your meat. That's fine, so long as you change it up the next day, it's all good. And that's why I've made it so slow the way that I have, is because I only want you to have one slot to your food. If you're walking around with like 3 slots dedicated to food, then I think that's kind of bad game design, and it's more of an inconvenience than a challenge. So that's why I've made it that way. So if you have too much meat over a long period of time, you will start getting those slowness effects. So let's start adding on some of these. It goes up to slowness 4. So you get slowness 1 if you get above 10, slowness 2 for 12, and then you get slowness 3 for 14, and then slowness, I doubt you're going to eat 16 meat in a day, but just in case you do, you get slowness 4. Alright, so let's make it nighttime, and we'll make it daytime, and our score goes down by 4. Nighttime, daytime again, our score goes down by 4 again. So it only really takes 2 days to wear off if you've maxed it all out. But let's just take a very, very brief look at how I made this module, because it is quite simple. I have actually made a tutorial about this last episode. Yay, that's why I made this. Okay, so it's tracking how much meat we're eating. So it tracks chicken, mutton, beef, rabbit, fish. Some people argue that fish isn't meat, but we're not going to get into that. I'm saying it's a meat. And there's pork, and there's the eat meat dummy score. So basically all this is doing is converting our eat chicken score and our eat mutton score into the eat meat score. That's okay, and then once that's done, then these scores here are reset. Then our eat meat score, depending on how high it is, gives a different level of slowness. And then we have this daylight detector here. I'm actually using a daylight detector because I cannot be bothered using scoreboards. Plus less laggy, like blah blah blah. Okay, so we've got a daylight detector, and basically when it is daytime again, then it's going to remove our eat meat score once if our eat meat score is at least 1, and then once again if it's at least 2, 3, and 4. So we actually have a kind of exponential decrease, if that makes sense. So here we go, our meat score is decreasing by 4, and then here we go, it decreases by 2 that time. Next time it's going to decrease by 1, and then last of all it's going to decrease by 0. So you don't always lose 4 each time. If you can lose sometimes 1, sometimes 2, sometimes 3, depending on how little you've eaten. So that's just a little balancing thing that I thought I'd add in. My question to you though is this going to be fun? Is this fair? Is it balanced? And would it make you switch to other foods, or would you just keep eating meat all the time, one kind of food? Bear in mind that we are going to make other modules which won't always give disadvantages to eating food, but like give benefits. Like cookies and sugary things might actually give you a good thing if you eat lots and lots of those, but then a bad thing if you eat lots and lots of those. So look forward to those in future episodes. This is going to make farming a lot more interesting. That's the goal anyway, is to get you guys to innovate a bit more when you're farming. But for now, thank you very much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Take care.